Almost 5 years after the central government took a big decision to abrogate Article 370, which grants a special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, the Supreme Court Constitution Bench, headed by the Chief Justice of India, a 5-judges bench of the topmost court of the country, has commenced hearing the petitions challenging the abrogation of Article 370. The court will be dealing with the constitutional validity of the abrogation that was brought in by the central government in the year 2019. Almost after 5 years, the matter has now been heard by the topmost court of the country. Senior advocate KAPIL SIBAL, representing the petitioners, commenced the argument today, argued for almost the whole day today, clearly arguing, first of all, that almost 5 years have gone by that the Supreme Court has heard this matter, and for those 5 years, there is not a representative democracy in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. There is no representative elected government in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and the move to abrogate Article 370 was something that was not constitutional. In fact, Mr. SIBAL also argued that it is in the first time in the history of India that a state has been converted into a union territory. In fact, Justice Suryakant also questioned him with regards to this, saying that a state can be changed to a union territory. However, Mr. SIBAL responded by saying that the similar can happen with any other state, just like Madhya Pradesh can then be converted into a union territory, which is in fact unthinkable and should not have happened. In fact, J&K was a state with special statutes, and that should have been kept in mind, keeping in mind the history of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, the arguments are still continuing. Mr. SIBAL would be arguing tomorrow as well, and then Gopal Subramaniam would be the second one to lead the submissions for the petitioners. Remember that various senior advocates are representing the petitioners, while for the government, the Attorney General of India, Mr. R. Venkatramani, along with the Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, would be representing the central government and putting forth the stand to defend this particular abrogation brought in 2019. Remember that the central government too had filed an affidavit before the Supreme Court, though it will not be taken on record since it does not talk about the constitutional validity, but it definitely talks about what has changed in Kashmir in this last 5 years. The government goes on to say in that particular affidavit that terrorist incidents have come down. In fact, the membership of terrorist organizations have also gone down. People are not going towards terrorism because there is huge development and infrastructural changes that are coming to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And in fact, the tourism also is expanding. The government also went on to say that government institutions, schools, colleges, etc. have been continuously functioning without a hindrance, without any single strike, stone pelting, etc. since the abrogation of Article 370 actually took place in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and the Kashmir is returning to normalcy almost after decades of violence, arson, stone pelting, and seeing cries and in fact deaths.